Welcome to this year's celebration of Lucia. As you may know, the legend of Saint Lucia stems from Italy. She was a Christian martyr from Syracuse on the island of Sicily. Many years later it evolved into what is today a very Swedish tradition. And we celebrate the legend of Saint Lucia on the 13th of December. According to our tradition, that day was actually the longest night of the year. And in the old Julian calendar, it was actually so. It marked the winter solstice. Today, I think Lucia is first and foremost a celebration of light in the dark winter times in Sweden. It's a celebration to remind ourselves that light will overcome darkness. Unfortunately, this year we are not able to celebrate Lucia in the traditional way here at the Swedish residence. Due to the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. Indeed, it is a very different context this year, and instead we will have, following my brief message, we will have a video with a Lucia procession. Lucia is coming with a light, a hope of solidarity in this very challenging time that we are living in presently with the pandemic, a light of hope that we will get through this difficult time together, but also I believe a hope for the vulnerable people in Uganda, especially women and girls that have been seriously affected by the pandemic and the lockdown that we had earlier in Uganda. Here in Uganda we have seen a worrying rise of violence against women and girls. We have seen an increasing number of teenage pregnancies and child marriages, and I think that we need to redouble our efforts in order for us to be able to end all forms of violence against women and girls by 2030, in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. Here at the Swedish Embassy we will definitely continue our extensive engagement in prevention of gender-based violence and in promotion of respect and access to sexual and reproductive health and rights in the years to come. But I think this needs to be a joint effort. We need to join hands in this endeavor, and I hope that your commitment will be as strong as ours. Thank you very much, and enjoy Lucia.
Hi, my name is Asimwe Mark, born and raised in Uganda, though with my descendants from the Seychelles, beautiful islands. Well, I've been in Sweden, specifically Jönköping, since 2015, 5 years ago. And I first celebrated Sankta Lucia, in Jönköping University. And my experience as an international student was the nice wine glögg they gave us, and the nice buns with raisins. Yeah, they were really tasted so nice, and of course, people waking up so early in the morning on the 13th of December to sing all the Lucia songs, dressed in white, lights on their heads. Well, it's a tradition that started since 304 AB. Yes, and well, 13th December is believed to be the darkest day of the year in Sweden, so they need to light it up a little bit. Ljus stands for light, so Lucia, Ljus, so they need to bring up some light to brighten up our lives. And yeah, it's always towards Christmas, so the day of Saint Lucia. Yeah, as an international student, I really loved it, and I always look forward to it, especially the buns that we get to eat. Thank you.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema